Okay, another thing that we're gonna talk about right now is to focus on the things that you can control, not to the things that you cannot control. And why it's very important, because it will help you to don't overthink, to don't take everything as a problem, especially the things that you cannot control, because it's useless. I mean, it's useless to control, to fix something that you cannot control. You cannot do anything with them. So, in this video, we're gonna talk about what are the things that you can control and what are the other things that you cannot control. So it will help you understand where you can work to. Okay. So I have it on my tablet, so I'm gonna read it to you. So the first things that you can control, the things that you can control is your boundaries. Okay, we talked about it in another video, which is why we have to set boundaries. So you can control it, your boundaries. And your response. Your response is when you respond to someone's behavior. Okay, you can control it. It's something that you can decide how you will react to that particular behavior of someone. When someone is doing something to you, how are you gonna react to that? Okay, so I think it's not only that, but your response to everything. So what other people is telling to you, the behavior, what they say about you and stuff, you can control your reaction about those things. When people are telling things to you and when they are having a behavior, and you can control your response about it. Another thing that you can control is your energy, because it's up to you where you're gonna use your energy. I also talk about it on the other video, which is the same video, which is about setting boundaries, because you are the one responsible to use your energy. I mean, I cannot speak English. You choose who you gonna use your energy. Okay, where you gonna use your energy, how you gonna use it, and who you gonna use your energy. So it's up to you. It's in your control. And another thing is you can control the way you speak, how you speak to people. You can control it. It's up to you. So if you're gonna be more patient, or if you're gonna in speaking, if you're gonna be more calm. Okay, if you are more angry of the way you speak. So it's up to you. It's something that you can control. And yeah. So another thing that you can control is, as I said, I think, and yes, as usual in the previous video that I said about setting boundaries, you choose who you're gonna spend your time with. Okay, you cannot spend your time with everyone. Okay, you are limited. You are a one person. Your energy is limited. Everything about you is limited. So you have to choose who you're gonna spend your time with. But also when it comes to finding good friends, okay, you choose who you're gonna spend your time with, because sometimes when you try to find friends, you are searching for friends, you may notice that not everyone is a good person and not everyone cares of you. So you decide who you want to be friends with and who you're gonna stay with. And then another thing that you can control is attitude. So I think it's the same with response, but attitude is like, are you gonna be too sensitive when it comes to people telling jokes? Okay, are you gonna be like sensitive or not? Or are you someone who gets offended easily or not? So it depends on you. You control it. You can improve in it, especially when you think that maybe you have a negative side of yourself, which is means you get offended easily, or you are too sensitive when people are joking around or about you. So it's up to you, and it's something that you can improve if you're someone who is too sensitive. I'm not saying it's me, but I'm just saying in general. So another thing that you can control, and I already also talked about it in my previous video, is about how you process your emotion. Okay, the way you process your emotion, how you process it. Okay, if you are hurt, okay, how you process it. Are you gonna blame someone because you are feeling like that, you're feeling this way, or you're gonna be conscious that you're feeling that emotion because there are some other factors, other reason why you felt that way. So you are not also gonna blame others. And I also talk about it in my previous video, as I said. And more of these are topics and things that I already talked about, but I am telling it anyways. And I'm trying to be more short when it comes to explain things to you, so I will be direct to the point. So another thing that you can control is the way you treat other people, because sometimes we always are concentrated to how other people treat us, but we never look at our own behavior, how we treat others. So maybe we may hurt someone, we may offend someone, we may offend other people, okay, we may bother someone else, and maybe we don't even know. So you can control the way you treat other people, because it helps you understand, it helps you know or find out if you are hurting someone or not. Because sometimes we are so focused on ourselves that other people are always doing something bad to us. But the question is, am I a good person when it comes to them? So am I treating the other people well? Okay, am I good to them? So it's another thing that we can think about to control the way we treat others. If I recognize that I am having a kind of bad behavior to someone, maybe I always try to joke and I get offended, I make someone be offended, or still, this is an example, I'm not saying it's me, just an example. So it depends on you, you know yourself, so it depends on you what are the things that I mean you can control. And you also can control yourself, how you talk to yourself, how do you view yourself, because sometimes we have low self-esteem, we have too low self-esteem, and sometimes we also shrink ourselves. Okay, we think too much negative on ourselves. So when we have low self-esteem, sometimes we will not have anymore we will not have, okay, the mood to improve, because we always think we are a failure, we always think bad of ourselves, we think we cannot do anything, we think we fail in everything, we think we are bad, blah blah blah. So you can control that, because if it's something negative about yourself, so you shouldn't shrink yourself, okay. And this topic is also, I also talk about it in my previous video, which is to stop. I don't remember that video that I talk about, but yeah, to have a good self-esteem. Okay, so don't shrink yourself, and it can help you to have a balanced perspective of how you see yourself, how do you view yourself, because it will help you to don't be so negative and be so bad on yourself. Okay, you have your value, you have to recognize it and be positive about it. Okay, and this is the only thing that we can control. Okay, this is the things that we can control. So now, what are the things that we cannot control? So the things that are it's out of my control. Okay, So one of this is other people's opinion about you. You cannot control the way other thinks about you. People are always gonna be negative, or they be negative, or they are negative, or they are positive. But mostly, people are always gonna criticize you in any way, because they don't know you. They will judge you easily because they don't know anything about you. And that's why for them it's easy to tell their opinion, and maybe those opinion is useless, and those opinion that they are telling is, it doesn't even have anything related to you. So they are even negative. So you cannot control the opinion of other people about you, and it's fine. I mean, it's fine because everyone can say what they want. But if you know your worth, if you know who you are, as okay, this video I talked about it in another video, which is knowing yourself. So when you know yourself, you will not believe other people's opinion. Okay, you will not believe what other people is telling about you, especially when it's negative, especially when it's something that it's not true. Okay, so another thing that you cannot control is others people behavior. Okay, behavior or belief, or behavior, yeah, behavior. The way they treat you, the way people treat you, you cannot control that. So you don't need to focus on that and say you need to change. No, they need to change for their self. They need to realize it, that they have to change, but you cannot control it. So you cannot do anything about it. So you can't even go and say, hey, you need to change yourself. I don't like your behavior. No, because it's bad. I mean, it's useless. So people always know to their self what they need to change for their self. Okay, they are the one who, it's their job to change their self. So you cannot change them. So don't focus on that. Don't focus on the things that you cannot control, which is other people's behavior. Another thing that we can mention is you cannot control the future. Okay, this is very good and very, very nice, because in my previous video, which is anxiety, sorry, anxiety is an emotion that, not really emotion. I'm sorry, it's not an emotion. It's another thing. It's a behavior of your brain or your mind to try to control future, to try to predict the future. So when you get anxious, you try to predict the future, and you cannot control that. So it's useless. That's why, as usual, in my previous video, which is anxiety, you can also find out there that it's useless to have anxiety, because anxiety means you try to control something in the future, and you cannot control that. So you cannot control what is gonna happen in the future, so it's useless. And another thing that you cannot control is the outcomes, or the result of what you do, the outcomes of, I don't know, the test. Okay, this is related to future. So the outcomes, this is related to future, to the things that you cannot control. So I think it's the same thing. So I'm not gonna talk too much about it. Another thing that you cannot control is the past. Okay, this is something also nice. I mean, it's related to anxiety as well. Okay, when you get anxious for future, but also from the past, because maybe you overthink of the past, you overthink of the things that happened in the past, you overthink of the things that you did, and maybe you did something wrong, and you keep coming back on the past. Okay, or you keep coming back on the past to keep opening a scar that you have, and it's bad because it will hurt you. So you need to be balanced and don't focus too much on the past. So it's out of your control looking in the past. Okay, so it's useless. Another thing that we cannot control is aging. We all get old, and this is very sad, and we all get old, and it's fine. I mean, you cannot focus on that. Okay, this is a very good example because, to be honest, for example, my mom is aging, and my mom is anxious that she will get old, and it's fine. I mean, it's normal. It's a normal thing of us because we all get old, and you cannot focus on that. Don't focus on us aging. I mean, just accept it that we all get old. Just accept that we get old, and our healthy change, and it's fine. And because if you focus too much on that, then you will feel bad. So don't focus on that, and just keep moving forward, keep going on. And another thing that you cannot control is the way other people is speaking to you, the way other people talk to you. Because why this is important? Because people may hurt you, okay, on how they speak. It's not because it's their fault, but maybe other people, they speak like in, they don't know how to speak. Like, they don't know how to speak in a good way. They don't know how to be polite. Okay, not everyone is like that, but you will meet those people who is not polite, and it's fine. I mean, you cannot change them. Okay, so you cannot control how other people is talking to you, so don't focus on that. It's their way to speak. If they are rude, okay, they are rude. What you can do is you can just let them know, hey, you are so rude. I don't like how you speak. It's very bad. You can tell them to let them know that what they are doing is negative. But don't focus too much on that. Don't focus too much on what other people is, the way other people speak. Okay, the way other people speak. It's something that they need to change on their self. It's not on your control. So avoid thinking about it. And and another thing that you cannot control is external events. I mean, this thing is when you have too much on your, you have a lot of things that you have to do. You cannot control them. And sometimes this will also stress you, okay? You have assignments to do, you have tasks to do. You cannot control them. But the only thing that you can do is you need to learn how to, if you're gonna accept those events, you don't also get too much things to do for you in order for you to don't get stressed. And yeah. So another thing that we cannot control is what others people is gonna tell about you. Okay, I think this is the same with others' opinion, because people may express their opinion and people may say something about you. I think it's related to that, so I'm not gonna speak about it or talk about it also. And the last thing that you cannot control is your time. Okay, time keeps passing, time keeps going, so you cannot control it. And this is very useful because it helps me, okay, recognize that I shouldn't waste my time in other things. Okay, that time is gold, time is precious, and we need to use it in a good way. Okay, the more time passes, the more you lose all your I don't know, all your, I don't remember how to say it. I don't know. Maybe you understand. So the more we lose time, the more we lose our I cannot. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm having my mind is blank kind of. Yeah. So when you don't have time, when you are losing your time, you don't have much time for everything. So you don't know, or you don't have opportunity. Sorry. Okay, I got it. I think I got it. You are losing your opportunity to to spend, I mean, to use it more in a good way. So to use your time in a good way. Okay, because the more time passes, the more you lose opportunity to use it in a good way, and the more you lose your time, you don't have time anymore. So the more time passed, the more everything, I mean, I don't know how to say it, never mind. I am still learning English, so I think one day I will find a way to tell it to you in the right way. But I think you kind of understand what I am saying. So these are the things that you cannot control, and the things that you can control, and why it's important to talk about it. Why it's important to know or to recognize the things that we can control and the things that we cannot control. Because one, it will help you where you need to use your energy, where you need to focus. You only need to focus on the things that you can control. You can focus on that, and when you focus on that, you will also recognize that when you focus on the things that you cannot control, it's useless. At least you will not waste your energy on the things that you cannot control. So you need to be careful, okay, on where you focus your mind, where you focus your energy, where you focus your attention. So if you could focus your mind, energy, and attention to the things that you cannot control, it will waste your time, it will drain your energy, it will make you do something that is useless, and it will affect you.